What's up, everybody? I wanted to talk about a verse that I read this morning that it really stuck with me. It's in the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 17, and it says, "Do not let your heart envy sinners, but always be zealous for the fear of the Lord." When I read that part, the part that stuck out to me the most was, "Do not let your heart envy sinners." And if we're being real, that's something all of us deal with. There are times when you look around and it just seems like the people who don't care about God, people who do whatever they want, people who cut corners, somehow always seem like they're winning. It looks like they're always getting ahead in life. They've got the money, they've got the success, they've got the attention. Everything seems to be working out for them. Meanwhile, you're over here, I'm over here, trying to do things the right way, trying to walk with God, trying to stay disciplined, trying to stay faithful, and sometimes, if we're honest, you can catch yourself wondering. I know I do. I catch myself wondering, why does it seem like they've got it easier? Why is it that doing the right thing sometimes feels so hard? That's exactly why this verse matters so much. It says, don't let your heart envy that. Not your mind, your heart. Because once envy gets in your heart, it starts changing the way you think about everything. It makes you start questioning things. It makes you lose focus. It makes you start looking at somebody else's lane so much that you stop paying attention to what God is doing in your own lane. And that right there, I think that's what is happening to a lot of us. We get distracted. We start measuring our life against other people, especially now with social media. You open your phone and all day long you're seeing what everybody else has, what they've bought, what they're doing, what they've accomplished. And if you're not careful, that stuff will mess with your perspective, because you start comparing your life to the life of somebody else's highlighted Facebook reel. But what looks good on the outside doesn't always tell the whole story. Just because somebody looks successful doesn't mean they have peace. Just because they look happy in their pictures doesn't mean they're fulfilled in life. And just because somebody seems ahead right now doesn't mean they're actually on the right path. Then the verse says something very powerful. It says, "But always be zealous for the fear of the Lord." Basically, don't focus on what everybody else is doing. Zealous means to be passionate. So focus on God. Stay locked in on Him. Stay passionate about Him. Stay committed to walking His way, even when the world's way looks a whole lot easier. And that's not always, that's not an easy decision, because God's way usually requires patience. It requires trust. It requires discipline. A lot of times it means waiting when you want the results right now. You have bills you want to pay right now. You have things in life you want to do right now. But it means staying faithful when it feels like nobody else is watching. It means doing what's right even when doing wrong looks easier. But I've learned this. I would rather build something God's way, even if it takes longer, than to get something, that costs me my peace. God's timing is different than ours. He's building things in us while we're waiting. He's strengthening us, shaping us, preparing us. And a lot of times, what feels like delay is actually preparation. So if you've been in a season where you've been looking around wondering why other people seem ahead, stop looking sideways. Look up. Keep your eyes on God. Keep doing what's right. Keep trusting Him. Your path doesn't have to look like anybody else's. What God has for you is yours. And if you stay faithful to Him, it'll come in His timing. The verse is a reminder to guard your heart, to not envy what others have. Don't get distracted by what fades in this world. Stay focused on what actually matters. Stay focused on God. That's where the real peace is. That's where real purpose is. And that's where the real success is. God bless.